Oh, hello Sharon, thanks for getting in contact. Your question was that you've described your eyelids as disappearing and you want to know some advice about how to make the most of your eye area. Well, if we look at it from a skincare and a treatment point of view, first of all, it's entirely your choice about how far you actually want to go. There are tightening products that we can use, so always look at tightening or firming products, Dechlorprologene gel around the eye and on the forehead. You can also use Definitive from Gatineau around the eye as well as your moisturiser. So use Pro Intense from Elements. These brands, so always go for a firming moisturiser as an eye product because that will have a tightening effect on the lids. Also, you could actually look at microcurrent from the Pro Lab or from the New Face or anything like that, where you actually do it above the eye. And you can also do it on the eye socket in there as well. If you wanted to add an electrical machinery into your regime, they don't necessarily work instantly. You do have to keep actually doing it and then keep doing it as a course of treatments, but that can help to bring that shape of the eyelid back. Temporary quick things you can do is things like Westmore Beauty has got an eye lift gel which you can pop on there and immediately tightens on the skin, so you can sometimes get those beauty tighteners. So sort of that's things that you can do long term, things that you can do instantly. But then let me look at your makeup bag, and what you can do as well is make sure you've got a very strong brow and heighten your brow. So actually put most of the pigment with a pencil or with a brush. The It Cosmetics one's got a really good brush as well that you can really sort of arch the shape. And when you put any form of pigment on the brow area, put it on the higher, almost vellus little tiny hairs rather than on the big structure of the brow, and then blend it in. So you almost just take everything up a few millimeters. And then with your lashes, I want you to make sure that your lashes really go up. Not much mascara on the lower lashes. All your mascara is going upwards. Your biggest influence that you can make is actually with a liner and doing a tight line right on top of the lashes, and you can also do it underneath the lashes, actually in that waterline on the upper lash area. That will make a big difference. Shadow wise is almost either a flesh tone over here, or take a flesh tone if you want to draw in a socket line. Easiest thing to do with this is often with your bronzer or with your blusher. So the same color as your bronzer, you can actually then take it and draw, imagine drawing a line 50%, exactly halfway between your lash and your brow, and that's where you want your socket to be, and that's where your socket is no more. And if you just put a very natural shadow with a nice sort of loose fluffy brush in with your bronzer, that will look very natural and will lift the eye. And also bronzing colours as well actually warm up the whites of the eye, so it makes your eye look less tired and it makes it look fresher. If you're very good with makeup, you can do it with a shadow palette, but they're more tricky to do. But a bronzer is much easier to do. And you can also do that as well with blusher colour. So if you just then take your blusher over that area, and sometimes you don't have to use a separate brush. You can put your blusher on, if it's a cream blusher, with your fingers here, and then just with a little bit on the end of the finger, just go like this and swipe it on halfway, and that will just create a form, create a structure back into the eye. And if it's a powder blusher, put it on with your powder with the brush, and then squeeze the brush tight with your fingertips. Don't put any more blush on there, and just then go onto that socket shaped area. You'll feel the bone, you'll feel where it should be. You can see where it's halfway in the mirror, and that's a really easy way. It looks more natural, and it looks more effective, and it looks more flattering, and it's also quick and speedy. You can do it every day too. Now, if anyone else would like their beauty dilemmas perhaps answered in the future, then if you sign up to my newsletter on my website, where you see lots of free tutorials, and then I email out every now and then and actually say I'm going to be doing a filming with Q&A, and would you like to get in contact, and then maybe your question can be answered in the future.